Tigranes the Great, also known as Tigranes II, was one of the most influential and powerful kings in Armenian history. His reign, from approximately 95 BCE to 55 BCE, marked the height of the Kingdom of Armenia's power and territorial extent. He was known for his military prowess, diplomatic strategies, and ambition to create an empire that spanned much of the Near East. His life and achievements left a lasting impact on Armenian history, making him a figure of both admiration and controversy. Early life and ascension to the throne. Tigranes was born around 140 BCE into the Artaxiad dynasty, which ruled Armenia at the time. He was the son of King Artavasdes I of Armenia and came from a royal lineage that had ruled Armenia for generations. Tigranes' early life is shrouded in relative obscurity, but it is believed that he was groomed for leadership and received the education necessary to one day lead the kingdom. At the age of 15, around 95 BCE, Tigranes ascended to the throne after the death of his father. However, his rise to power was not smooth. Armenia, at the time, was caught between two powerful empires, the Roman Republic and the Parthian Empire. Both of these powers sought to exert influence over the Armenian kingdom. Tigranes' early reign was marked by struggles against foreign threats and internal instability. His reign would soon become defined by his ability to confront these challenges and expand the territory of Armenia. Military conquests and expansion. Tigranes' reign is often defined by his military exploits and his aggressive territorial expansion. The king initially made an alliance with the Parthian Empire under King Mithridates II. With the support of the Parthians, Tigranes was able to extend his control over vast regions, both in Armenia and beyond. His strategic alliances and military campaigns allowed him to establish a powerful kingdom that, at its zenith, included parts of modern-day Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, and Iran. Tigranes' first major military achievement came through his campaigns in the region of the Caucasus. His success in these regions gave him control over the surrounding territories, including parts of modern-day Georgia and Azerbaijan. As he expanded his influence, Tigranes began to see himself as a regional power, and his ambitions grew. One of Tigranes' most notable military campaigns was his conquest of the Kingdom of Safin, in what is now southeastern Turkey, which he absorbed into his growing empire. He also expanded into Syria, where he was able to take control of several important cities, including Antioch, the capital of the Seleucid Empire. The seizure of Antioch in 83 BCE marked a significant point in Tigranes' reign and solidified his reputation as one of the most powerful rulers in the Near East. The alliance with Mithridates VI of Pontus. One of the most important alliances of Tigranes' reign was with Mithridates VI, the king of Pontus, a formidable adversary of the Roman Republic. Mithridates was in conflict with Rome over his ambitions to control territories in Asia Minor. In the 70s BCE, the two kings formed a strategic alliance. Tigranes allowed Mithridates to use Armenia as a base of operations against the Romans, and Mithridates, in turn, provided military support to Tigranes. This alliance, however, led to conflict with Rome. In 69 BCE, the Roman general Pompey, acting on the orders of the Roman Senate, led a military campaign against both Tigranes and Mithridates. Tigranes' forces were eventually defeated, and Pompey invaded Armenia. Despite a few initial victories, the Roman army captured many of Tigranes' territories, including Antioch, and effectively ended Tigranes' ambitions of controlling a vast empire. The fall of Tigranes' empire. After the Roman invasion, Tigranes' power significantly diminished. Although he was allowed to keep his throne, he was forced to pay heavy tribute to Rome and abandon his claims to many of the territories he had previously conquered. His empire was significantly reduced, and he was forced to acknowledge Roman suzerainty. Tigranes' later years were marked by the decline of his influence and the loss of much of his former territorial gains. He was forced to enter into negotiations with Pompey, who had gained significant power after the defeat of Tigranes and Mithridates. In 66 BCE, Tigranes was forced to make peace with Rome and accept Roman control over parts of his kingdom. In his final years, Tigranes seemed to retreat from active politics. He passed the throne on to his son, Artavasdes II, who succeeded him as king of Armenia after Tigranes' death. Tigranes is thought to have died around 55 BCE, though the exact date and circumstances of his death remain unclear. Despite his fall from power, Tigranes the Great left behind a legacy as one of the most ambitious and powerful rulers of his time. Legacy. Tigranes the Great's reign is often regarded as a high point in Armenian history, even though it was ultimately short-lived. Under his rule, Armenia became a formidable power in the Near East, expanding its territory to unprecedented levels. However, his ambitions also led to the downfall of his empire as he faced the might of Rome. Despite his defeat, Tigranes remains a central figure in Armenian national consciousness, celebrated for his boldness, military skill, and vision of Armenian greatness. His legacy also lived on through his descendants. His son, Artavasdes II, ruled Armenia after Tigranes, and though Armenia never again reached the territorial heights it had under Tigranes, the Artaxiad dynasty continued to rule for several more decades. Tigranes' story continues to inspire Armenians, as he embodies the hopes and challenges of a kingdom caught between two empires.